Yo, it's Combo back with another video, and I'm just gonna kind of talk about the kind of point system that they have going this season in Marvel Rivals. So, if you didn't know, basically this season the points you get from rank are allegedly more determined by how well you perform in the match. And that's cool on paper, but it's really confusing how it's handled, right? So I'm gonna look at the matches I've had recently, like within the past, like around 24 hours or so. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go with this one and this one first. So this is like one of the lowest I've lost. Yeah, that -9. So we're gonna go with this one, 0-1. So I'm 5-6 on this one. I got an assist. I got 5 final hits. Um, got a decent bit of damage blocked. Let me see who all I was using. I was using Penny, Loki, Iron Fist. Um, Let me see about everybody else. I don't really know. I guess that doesn't really matter. I'm not really checking everybody right now, but I can kind of see. I'm SVP, so it makes sense. It makes sense to why I'm losing only 9 points if I essentially did the best. I didn't die the most. I got the most kills, most final hits, and the most damage. This makes sense, okay? This makes sense. I'm not mad at this one, right? So let's also look at this plus 36. This is probably the most I've had. 24-5. 24-5. See, this makes a lot of sense. All right, I got a 4 KO streak. I got 16 final hits. I got 22,000 damage. Uh, and the damage blocked is whatever. But the main thing is that I didn't die. I died just as much as Rocket. All right, so that says a lot. And the Rocket did his thing on that one too. Not MVP. And we might mention that in a little bit. How did he get MVP? I ain't mad at him, but like, bro, I died like less than a third of what he died. But okay, that's fine. But yeah, I got a solid number of kills, solid number of final hits. Um, I can. This makes sense. This makes sense. I did really well on this one. Right now, let's go to another one. Right. Let's go to an egregious one where I like lost. Let's go to where I lost like 29. Right. I am 6-3 with Star Lord. I died the least on the team, and this is what I hate about rank 2. We had a runner. All right, I don't know if their internet went out. I don't want to just label anybody a rage quitter if they potentially might not be a rage quitter. I don't know this person. I don't remember when they left or whatever. But the point is, we were down a person. The fact that I can lose 29 points in a match where I didn't go negative and where I hardly died in a 5v6 is ridiculous. But whatever, right? And I was just using DPS. Um, but okay, not a lot of kills. Let's say that. Not a lot of final kills in terms of everybody. I wasn't the SVP or anything. I can kind of get it. I didn't block a ton of damage. I was just kind of there. Okay, fine. Let's go to what's one. Let's go to this 15, right? I'm 5-6 here in a 6v6 with also 3 final hits, and yet I only lost 19. I I'm not mad that I only lost 19. I'm mad that the match where I arguably did better, I lost more point, a lot more points. Like that's 19. That's like a 10-point difference. Like this is ridiculous. I and I mean, I guess I can't really compare myself to everybody else for real, because I don't know how many points they gained or lost, and I don't really feel like looking it up. But I didn't do the best on this one, and I definitely didn't do the worst. But the fact that this one rewarded me with less points taken is insane. All right, now let's go to like this 32 right quick. So 18 and 3 here, you know, 38 assists. That's fair. That's fair. It's I wouldn't, you know, MVP or anything like that, so that makes sense. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Let me see this one right here. 38. This one makes sense. All right, so for those of y'all that think that healers don't get a lot of points, that is 38. So, let's do a couple more, right? This one's interesting. 16 and 8. So like the wins, you know, the wins make sense for the most part. It's kind of weird how some of them are, just because it's like, you know, I did pretty well on that one. I guess I didn't do as well as this one. I kind of went off. But the wins are kind of making sense, right? But the losses, I mean, this was a Chrono Shield, so that's why I'm not really talking about this one. But some of these losses just don't make sense. Like negative 22 when I had the most healing. I had tied for least deaths. You know, I didn't have a ton of kills, but I had a ton of assists. So I feel like, because this is another one where I didn't get like a lot of final hits. I think some of this is based on your final hit, and that might be the biggest thing, because I feel like, I don't know, bro. It's really confusing. I don't even know what to gauge this off of, but some of these are definitely very weird, to say the least. Like I don't know. I like the new system though. I just feel like it has some inconsistencies. Let me go back a little bit further and see if I can find it there. Let's see, negative 26. I'm 9 and 13 as Rocket, and you know we lost, but I'm Rocket. Like, okay, I used a ton of different people. This kind of makes sense. Maybe I don't have an argument. Maybe I'm tripping. But yeah, this is, it's weird. It's really weird. I thought I was gonna come over here and just find a bunch of inconsistencies. Some of this is a little bit more consistent that I'm breaking it down, but like I said, some of these, this makes sense. Some of the losses are weird, but the wins are. Anyway, this is I'd say a better system. I just wish it was more consistent, because I really don't know what this is based on. I'm not really gonna complain the fact that I'm really in silver right now. It is what it is. I don't really want to blame the game on that one, even though I feel like it's definitely partially the game to blame, because of the loser queue or whatever. It's something that I can't really prove, but one thing that I will say is that I really wish that the matches where somebody runs, it should either not count, or it should not be as many points. Like, if somebody leaves on my team, especially in the first like match of like a domination or something like that, or a convoy, I feel like I should only lose like half the points at most. Like, that's ridiculous that what's it? I don't know how many points you lose for rage quitting, but what if I'm gonna lose that many points? What's to keep me from just rage quitting if nobody wants to surrender? Like, I don't understand that one, and that's been persistent since the first season. I don't know, man. I also feel like, on top of that though, the matchmaking is garbage. The matchmaking is actually garbage. I guess I can't really fault this system too much. I kind of do like this system, especially now that I'm looking at it. It could, like I said, it can be a little bit more consistent, but hey. But yeah, let me know what you think about this new matchmaking system. What do you feel like some of this is egregious? I don't really feel like covering too much of this. I don't already I'm beating a dead horse at this point. But yeah, let me know what you think. So yeah, and I'm trying to record more, so you'll probably see more videos like this. But I guess I'll see y'all in the next one.